So I'm shooting this video almost specifically for my Woodcraft hacking page on Facebook, but I'll leave it on YouTube as well. Might be handy, I don't know. It's more of a, I guess, pinpointing a trend as of late that some may have noticed on my page of my posts specifically. And what I can say about that is the more historical stuff, how to do it the old way, like that video by Teton Todd, I think his name is, someone I'm following on YouTube. But my interests tend to lean the same direction. Classic, if not minimalist, not gear, because I mean, shit, my bedroll weighs 20 pounds, my tent's another 35. But, like breaking away from the stereotype that you need pannier or a backpack to carry your shit, because you don't. I have some of the best kits I've ever used were ones I made out of a series of belts, literally. Or, you know, if I was being fancy, a couple of long straps, in concert with a couple of pack straps I scavenged from an old Austrian pack. Why? Because they're Sam Browne buttons, so you can attach them to whatever rigging you want. And, point of fact, they're padded. So, yeah, sue me. But other examples of what I'm talking about, I'm actually looking at one right now. I don't know if I can do this correctly, but this is an old, there we go. This is an old Canadian military packboard. It's actually metal, unlike the U.S. ones. Has a tump line, unlike the U.S. ones, as well as pack straps. Now, as far as a backpack goes, this is probably one of the most versatile things you ever find. I found this in the Seattle Army Navy surplus store on 2nd Street. Oh, I don't know, 10 years ago, something like that, $40. And now you can't find them. Yeah, whatever. Because a bunch of paranoid prepper idiots fucking socked them all up, probably. More to the point, though, this specific model, I cannot find. I have no idea why. I cannot find any reference to online. And when I bought it, I was told it was a Canadian, rough about World War II, maybe World War I. Don't know. Don't really give a shit one way or the other, except for the sake of the actual details and knowledge about the item. Canadian military packboard. Now, the U.S. made one for World War II, but it was like a compressed wood fiber thing, you know, similar shape, a little wider and a little shorter. And some of them, if not maybe all of them by design, I don't know, I honestly don't, had a little bolt-on metal thick shelf on the bottom. But, and that's actually what kind of got me started on this whole minimalist as far as the gear, because a backpack, let's face it, especially if you have big bulky gear, will limit you on how or if you can carry, say, a couple of 6-point Hudson Bay blankets, for instance, let alone 2 sheepskins for ground pack. Where if you roll them up as a bedroll with your clothing at one end, your toiletries at the other, and set them off of a tump line, shoulder strap, or whatever you feel like making, a pair of pack straps is what I did last time. Versatility is your middle name at that point. Interestingly enough, there's very few diagrams even for that kind of stuff, although I did manage to find some. One of the books that actually helped shape a lot of these decisions for me, and what I keep going back to, is, it's called Camping the Old Style. The first disclaimer about it is nothing disposable and nothing synthetic. Maybe the other way around, I think, but you get the idea. Anyway. Sorry, it's been a rough autumn so far. Anyway. Now, I do have a Frost River Lewis and Clark pack. It's a waxed canvas, fucking monster of a pack. But sometimes, once again, because it has a set parameters of what its size is. It very often can be too deep, or not wide enough, or what, you get the idea. And suddenly you find yourself breaking down your kit in ways that you would rather prefer not to, just to compensate for this fucking pack. Now, granted, I paid better part of $300 for that damn thing, where this pack board was $40. Yeah. Now you go to Oregon Leather, for instance, here in Portland, and you can get 2 belt blanks, some buckles, some rivets, or snaps if you really want to go that route. I don't prefer them because they tend to give away the worst goddamn time. And make a set of straps that'll go over your bedroll. Make a template out of some softer leather or some canvas. Shit, whatever you want, you know. The best thing I can advise for anyone looking to go that way, experiment. Because what works for me might just break your fucking back. Or vice versa. Don't know. It's one of the, and that's the other thing, is it allows for, not personalization, it's a little too kitschy and hashtag, but allows you to carry what you need and or want, let's be honest, in whatever way you find works best and is most comfortable for you, aka being able to walk long distances. Never mind that prepper horse shit about, you know, at a dead run and all that bullshit, because, let's face it, no one's running because they're too busy staring over the goddamn shoulder. If they're running and doing that, they're going to faceplant. Might be fun to watch, but I ain't going to do it. But yeah, like I said, I'm posting this, or shooting this specifically for the sake of my Woodcraft page, because I have been going back to, both in my mind and in posts I've been posting there, back to classic traditional styles of camping, portage, and travel. And I just figured I'd go ahead and shoot this for the sake of, well, put my furry mug back on the TV, or a screen, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And give you a heads up that probably more is coming, because this is the time of year where a lot of hardcore black powder shooters and historical reenactors and the list goes on, are going to be making their video posts as well, and I'm liable to be sharing them as I find them. So, enjoy, good luck, have fun.